Hello, it's a real pleasure to record some poems for the John Hewitt Society. So the theme of my little film is love, love, love. I'm going to read the first poem, which is Hummingbird, and it's probably one of the earliest poems I published. Hummingbird. Ask the stems in the glass to bend. Let your fingers fly, a momentary grasp. Slip into spaces, surge in and out of folds where breasts begin to curve and rise. Be God. Press your curing skin to mine, dissolve and pronounce me. Let my eyes fall out and embed in the carpet, rooting. My hands arrange the air for you, braiding. Reluctant sun at the window, open your eyes. Burn through the haze with your severe love. Slide open the bone zip of my spine, anoint each rigid peak. Take my limbs and fold me over. Here's my mouth, hummingbird. Linger there and hold my breath. I'm going to move on to a poem, which is actually a ghazal, and I mean, the ghazal is such a beautiful form, and it contains beauty and love in this really unrepressed way. And this is a ghazal that has a little Arab saying just at the beginning, which is, I thought you my bird and built you a nest in my heart. It's a love poem. Ghazal. Breathe me in this dishevelled night, I go unnoticed. The air's turned strange and solid, but only I will notice. If I allow beams of light to pass through the pinholes of my torso, and if light strikes the wall on the other side, would you notice? Tonight you're 3 parts God and 1 part sandalwood dust. I keep catching your scent by the window. I always notice. My words pile up like prophets on the point of my tongue. What passes for transparency are those things you don't notice. I steal robin's eggs and sketch powder down feathers for you. My pocket heats a pulsing nest the creatures never even notice. If I could let you bangle my arms around you, rain would fall. It would speck my lips, my open fingers, then you'd notice. Instead, my eye remains locked in the platinum part of the flower. The highest branches are the only living things to notice. And something that I'm really interested in generally is this kind of relationship with beauty and love and cruelty, and that's very prevalent in my last book, Dear Big Gods. So this is a poem I'll read called Something. Something scrambled out of me. At least I thought it was out of me. It could have been into me. Very fast, very sly, dirty-breathed assassin. Spiders, ants, earthworms I witnessed being dissected by my brothers, and crane flies I tried but never managed to capture whole. Such fey, stupid wings and legs left drifting on walls. Mostly I was a witness. Mostly I've kept out of the way with my hood zipped up to my chin. What is the surest thing we know? That as we grow older we think less of killing things and more of coming back. Who knows where we acquire our knowledge? From our mothers, aunts, perhaps they pass it on like a candle through an ancient pockmarked door. Something parenthetic, like a clasp, broken, useless as a rotten wick. A spider climbing the sublime coast of your shoulders and then walking through those rooms again. A web breaking on the back of your hand. And the last poem I'll read is a poem called Poem. And I wrote this because I was just thinking, whilst I was reading a poem, and I think it was a poem by Adrian Rich, where I just thought how wonderful it would be if somebody else was reading this exact same poem somewhere else in the world, and that we were kind of reaching the sort of same lyrical kind of closure at the same time, and how wonderful that was. So this is where this came from. It's my last poem I'll read for you. Poem. Someone somewhere is reading the same poem as me. The ivy is suffocating the holly tree, and a child is learning to unlisp. A dog's forepaws rest on his old master's frame, and someone is reading the same poem as me. The phone sits on the raspberry doily. The girls get up and brush their knees, push their naked feet back into their shoes, and the Eurasian tree sparrow moves its cryptic mouth towards a beetle. Somewhere a boy is trespassing on a train line under a queasy sunset, and by a hospital bed a son kisses the damp strangeness of his father's palm, a tear catching in his beard. A daughter is salting the aubergines. Her sister spins a tiny planet in a classroom far, far from here.